Alright guys, so I'm gonna make this review video about this Grimlock Voyage class Transformers the last night. So this one here, it's not that bad. I mean, I do like his arms are like this, and you can actually do this. Okay, that's a little annoying. Alright, so this is his robot mode, but sadly I don't have his weapon. Apparently I bought this guy on eBay. He cost like about $20. Not that bad. When I first saw him, I'm like, oh my god, this is the cool Grimlock toy ever. So this guy here, so let's get him a little close up. There we go. So you can see he has blue eyes, and the dino eyes are red here. And I do like the horns here. What's so cool about these horns is that they can actually move. In which I guess that's cool. And here we have the little T-Rex arms, I guess. So yeah, and his arms here. Like this. Okay, that's every time you do this, whee! It gets a little annoying over time. But I do like his shoes, I guess. Or they're not tech. Come on, focus. Come on. Okay, well, I can't get the boots focused, but you can imagine. Alright, so the boots here are basically. Let me give you a little spoiler alert. His legs form into his tail. Yeah. So his articulation is simple. You can actually rotate this, do this, and it doesn't go forward or backwards a lot. His legs get a lot of articulation. I mean, you can move them like this. You can actually do it like this, and they can move like this. Also, there's this. In terms of his articulation in his robot mode, not that bad, actually. Yeah, sure, he might have, every time you move the arms, it goes, whee! Oh, no. Okay, so, you see, every time I do this, like, sometimes his chest can do this, look, whee! 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 Like that, and it gets annoying. But, I mean, it's not a bad figure. I might have moved him a lot, because since he keeps falling apart a little bit. Now he's trying to transform into his robot mode, or his dinosaur mode. Sorry, I can't talk today. Okay, so the way how it works is simple. So you go here, you turn this into his foot here. All right, so here this is like the heel, and here this is a little difficult. So you get this piece and you put it like this, and you get his dino face. And the way it works is like this. You put the head there, and let's see, come on, there. And boom, you got his dino head. Alright, so for the chest here, oh yeah, for the legs, the way they work is that you put like this. Don't follow the instructions I'm doing because I'm doing this a little weird, I guess, but it's because this is how I do it. And just make the legs look like this. So yeah, remember how I said earlier that his legs can form to a tail? Also, it can also form towards his body. Alright, let's do this. Now, this gets a little tricky here because sometimes the chest can actually... okay, never mind. Alright, boom that, and let's just do the little arms here. Come on, buddy. Alright, this forms right here. Oh yeah, and the other leg. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Alright, so, sorry for pausing the camera. It's because I had to get the arms really better. Alright, so here we have Grimlock and his dino mode. And his dino mode is not that bad, actually. Yeah, you can obviously see his robot mode chest, his head right here that was poking out. But this is not a bad version of his robot mode. You see, if you find this guy apparently on eBay, there's like certain parts. Like, first there's like some photos that have him in his dino mode, and then the other ones show him in his robot mode. So when you first buy this, you're like kind of complicated because you don't know how to transform him. And that actually happened to me before. See, when I first got this guy, he was in his robot mode. But he didn't have his weapon or anything. It was just a boring little figure. So you see, I was kind of like a little new back then because I didn't know how to transform him. But then, I followed a YouTube video how to transform him. I found this video in which I finally understand to transform him to his robot mode to his dino mode. It is not that easy. And here we have a little close-up of his front face. His teeth, okay, look. At least there's like, yeah, you see that right there? And the teeth are a little off-putting to me because down here is like metallic a little bit, but up here is like bland, like just gray plastic. And the eyes here are really good. They're really red. And that's the only... See, when I was little, I was never a Transformers fan. But when I first saw this guy, or I saw a picture of this guy, it turns out that I remember him with red eyes. Or before, I remember having him blue eyes, but I like more red eyes, because red eyes is actually much more like its anger. So here we have the horns. They keep calling them ears, but they're not ears, because he's not a dog. Also, you were wondering, what is this little purple thing on the neck? Look what it does. Me, Grimlock. I mean, that's cool. I wish he could talk, but it doesn't talk. Alright, so... yeah, and he's just a bunch of metal mess all over him. Not that bad. So his articulation is simple. Do this. His legs can move and forward. Backwards and forward. You can also do this, like a kick. Also, you can actually remove this. Oh yeah, you can also do that. Also, this heel right here, it can actually make him look... oh jeez, it looks like I broke his leg, but he can't stand very well. But however, if you hold on to his foot right here, it looks like he's like, I don't know, like walking in a weird way. But if you do it forward, no, jeez, that's terrifying. So yeah, he's not a bad figure. Oh yeah, his also little arms can also move a little bit. I've seen a lot of Grimlock figures that they're not really good. I like this version better because if you remember the Voyage class Age of Extinction version, that one I thought I used to like it, but when I look more closely, it had like orange parts on him, and I'm like, that's not Grimlock's color. Like why? So I decided to with this guy instead. Even though in Age of Extinction, that was the first movie in which we saw an appearance of Grimlock. But in this version, he's kind of silver here. But if you look back in the movie, he's not silver. He's just like steel, I guess. Or, in another word, that he's a little dirty. I get it that way because since they were fighting a lot in the grass. And I wish I have an Optimus Prime figure here. Or I mean, I wish I have him like this size compared to Grimlock. Because if you look in the movie, Grimlock's a lot more bigger. If you can imagine. So yeah, he's not a bad figure. Not at all. So cool. Alright, let's give him a size comparison. Here we have Bumblebee in his car mode. And I had this guy ever since I was like 9 or 8 years old. Now, if you want to know what he looks like when he's in robot mode, this is what he looks like. Boom, this is what he looks like in his robot mode. I don't like it how Bumblebee is much more taller than Grimlock. But so yeah. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, can you imagine if you saw this? Here, look. Like that, that's not going to be cool. But I mean, Bumblebee's not a bad figure, actually. If you look at him, you're like, hey, this is not the Bumblebee I recognize. Well, correct, because I think this is from the cartoon version. I don't know, because in the movie, his face is a lot more detailed. This guy has like a little smile, I guess. He does have the Autobot symbol. And speaking of Autobot symbol, you were wondering now, where is it? Well, on the Age of Extinction version, it had it on his chest. But you can tell it's not there. Well, where is it? Here, there, look, at his leg. It kind of looks like a little tattoo. So yeah, so should I recommend this figure? I mean, yes, if you don't like the Age of Extinction. If you love Age of Extinction, and if you don't like the orange parts, you definitely get this guy. So comment down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? And from now on, Grandma's gonna deal with Bumblebee.